So, you see what happened was, I had Jeffrey, my goldfish, in this tank, and so I filled this tank up with water, and I did one of these numbers where it was like that, so that way the temperatures would become the same. And I dechlorinated this water. So I thought that was gonna be okay. After 24 hours of letting the chlorine evaporate and acclimating the temperature of the water, I put Jeffrey into that tank. Now, I really should have done 50% of the water at a time to make sure that Jeffrey wouldn't go into shock. But Jeffrey seemed fine for the first 2 hours, swimming as Jeffrey swims. And then I came back from class and Jeffrey was just upside down and just sitting there. So I thought to myself, well, either I can do something or I can just watch Jeffrey die, because there was no way that he was going to survive from that. Jeffrey's actually a female, but I didn't know that until later. But anyway, yeah, so I did what everybody advised not to do and put Jeffrey back into the original water. And I did half this water and half that water, but it was just all of the gross water that's under that. So I poured it into this container, and this is what the water looked like, because it was where all the rocks were. And now Jeffrey is in a pickle jar and perfectly fine. So don't listen to what Google says 24/7. And I'm using an old piece of cloth to filter out all of the scum. And I've just been sitting here. Doing this. I was about to cry. I was so upset. Jeffrey usually swims like really fast, like that fast, but they were just sitting on the top of the water, just floating upside down, not moving. And now Jeffrey is perking up, so school started. It's 1 in the morning and I've been doing homework for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 6 hours straight. An update on Jeffrey. I went to PetSmart and they do free water samples there. Turns out the ammonia levels were insane in the tank. So I got a nitrogen test kit, an ammonia, and it looked like this, which is like really bad. And the guy was like, your ammonia levels are off the charts. And I was like, I just used tap water. And he said, you should call the city because that's not okay. And I did an ammonia test on the tap water, and there is a lot of ammonia in the tap water. So Not completely sure what to do about that. But I'm letting the tank sit so all of that nitrogen fixing bacteria can work their magic and everything. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of water for Jeffrey because there wasn't a whole lot left. So every 24 hours, I'm giving her 50, I'm doubling her water every 24 hours. And this one's slowly lowering. It went from about, let me look at the chart. It went from about 2 parts per million to 0.5 parts per million. Somewhere between 0.5 and 1, so 0.75 parts per million. Milligrams per liter. I like milligrams per liter better. That's just how I roll. So, yeah. Hopefully it'll be good soon because I don't feel comfortable with Jeffrey being in that little water, and that's all I got. Thanks. Can someone please invent a non-toxic indicator for a tank? So you put it in with the fish and everything, and then once ammonia spikes or something, the tank will turn a certain color. So say it turns pink if the ammonia levels are high. Then you can see it and the whole tank's pink, and so that way you never have to test your tank because the indicator's in the tank itself. Or say it turns blue if it's too acidic, or it turns purple if it has too much chlorine in it. That would be really cool. I would really appreciate it. I would pay money for that. So, chemists out there, you can do a better job than I can. Please give me money if you make a lot from my idea. Cool. Thanks. Bye. It's been about 5 days now, and I got rid of the test tube, but there are no nitrates, NH3 and NH4. In the aquarium. It's fine. Everything's fine. Anyway, yeah, so Jeffrey's good. Jeffrey's happy. Aren't you happy? See you next time.